Okay, good afternoon to everyone. Today we have our certification program briefing for 3 courses, EduBit, ZoomBit, and EduPico. And this time it will be for session 2. For the first session, we have completed successfully and we have quite a number of candidates that joined us. Thank you for those who joined us. And for those who didn't pass, don't worry, you still can join us. You are very welcome to join us. And I'll just jump into it. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask after this, or you can just put the comments and we will answer when we are in the between. Okay, so I will straight jump into EduBit. EduBit is an innovation kit for microbit. For those who are new, EduBit is specifically to build a project, innovation kit for microbit. Okay, and this is the view of what is EduBit. This is the expansion board for the microbit lah, specifically for EduBit. And for EduBit certification program, definitely you need to have a kit before you sign up for EduBit certification program, and definitely need to purchase the one with the microbit if you yet to have a microbit. Okay, and for the language programming for EduBit, it's a block-based programming, so it's definitely a beginner-friendly certification program for primary students, secondary students, or even for teachers. You're welcome to join to test yourself whether or not you can pass through our theory tests and also our project evaluation. Okay, so for EduBit and ZoomBit are using the same language programming, which is using the MakeCode editor. And if you want to get to know more about it, you can scan the QR code that we have prepared over there, or after this, you can right away type in the Google MakeCode editor and get familiarized with yourself. Okay, and as I mentioned just now, step 1 to join the certification program, you need to have a set of an EduBit lah. So when you purchase an EduBit, you will have what you see in the pictures, which is complete with the books and with the accessories inside. Okay. Step 2, follow the guide and complete all the 10 chapters inside the book with 1 bonus chapters. And once you completed the book, please feel free to visit our resource hub and take the trial test. For each trial test that you successfully complete, you will get the badge that you see on the screen. So collect all of it, make it as your achievement, and once you're really confident, please join us for the certification program. And if you yet to purchase the EduBit kit, don't worry, we have the ebook ready on our website that you can look through and browse through what's the syllabus that's available inside. And once you make up your mind to purchase to join the certification program, if you lose your book, live anywhere, you can always refer to our ebook. Okay, is everything available in our resource hub? Where to find our resource hub? Simply just type EduBit resource hub in Google anywhere of your browser. It will appear and you can browse through. Okay, so after you complete all the 10 chapters with the bonus chapter, do attempt the challenges as well. And for the answers, please, for candidates, ask for your teachers because they will have the answers. And teachers, if you don't know where to find the answers, you can find us in our support group or simply ask the questions after this. They will direct you through. Okay. And as I mentioned just now, the trial test is for you to familiarize what will be asked and what kind of questions, what kind of data that we'll be collecting. For example, as your name, your teacher's name, your emails. And when you submit your registration even or during the day, please use the valid email for us to send through your e-certificate and also the info page. They will send 2 weeks and 1 week before the certification program. Okay, so register with the valid email is very important. Trial test is your starting point to try. Okay. Next, for EduBit, there are 2 things will be assessed. One is theory test, definitely. How many questions? We'll figure out during the day. And for second one is your innovation project. Now, when we mention about innovation project, you cannot, or I won't say cannot, but you are encouraged to build something innovative, creative to submit. And if you need an inspiration, what kind of project that you can do, again, there is a resource hub for you to refer to, okay? And there are three things that you need to submit to provide for the project submission. One is an A4 size paper poster, digital one. Second one is a short demo video to show how does your project works. Don't need to be long. 1 minute to 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes is sufficient enough with you explaining how does your project works. And third one is your project code with comments. All these three, I will show an example after this, but bear in mind, these three things you need to prepare ahead. So during the certification program day, you can directly submit through Google Drive link or YouTube link, and then you just need to answer the theory test. But this is only for EduBit, okay? And then secondly, how your project will be evaluated. Definitely your poster will be evaluated through whether it's suitable or not, and then is your project illustration included in the poster, and does it clearly, the description, does it clearly communicate on how it works, okay? And second one is project. Is it clearly demonstrate how the project works? For example, showing your project, as I mentioned just now, is an innovation project. So we hope that you submit a project with not just the expansion board of the EduBit, but something that you built maybe from a recycled items, from a box, of a basket. Be creative, and there's definitely a marks for it. And check out our resource hub. We actually did featured those that submitted for session 1. I've selected 4 to 5 projects and have featured in our website. Check it out, or I'll show you after this. Those projects you can refer and recreate your version, okay? And then this is the example. The one that I've mentioned just now, the project, is including the illustration of your project, the code, and the description, whether or not it's clearly demonstrated your illustration. And then the video, this one you can refer on the resource hub later on, or if you have more times later, we can view it together, okay? So this is the example. And just now I mentioned the code with the comments. This is the examples. Every chunk of the block, we do want to see there is a little comment that is included on how it's actually functioned. This is the example that you can refer. And if you need more, you can reach out to us, whether through support group or in the comments, we'll direct you through, okay? And then the poster just now, you are not the 100% required to do digital poster. You can also draw it out, okay? So this is the example that I can show you. This is also available on our resource hub on project section, that if you look through right away, it's a project that you definitely know how it can function and what components that does this student use to make his or her project, right? So this is one of the example that you can refer to. You don't know how to use PowerPoint, don't know how to use Canva, draw it out. There's no limitation for you to join the certification program. And I think I forgot to mention, it's free. So you have 1 month left. Prepare and sign up, okay? And then what are the requirements to pass? It's definitely 60 and above, okay? This for the theory test, and for the project, there's, wait, so hold on. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is the requirement to pass. You can refer. This is also available at our FAQ in each of the resource hub. Like just now I mentioned, there's EduBit, 𝐿ZoomBit, and also the PICO. It's similar requirement to pass, okay? And where to sign up? This is the link, or I can share you the link after this, Okay, and if you have any questions on your projects, on the trial test or anything, this is the QR code for you to join the support group. Okay, next I will jump into the 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐵 certification program. 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐵 is much more interesting because it got wheels, it can move. EDUBIT is a project. Okay, and look at the expansion board is totally different than EDUBIT. Okay, so if you're joining EDUBIT certification program, submit to EDUBIT certification program. If you're joining 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT, then submit to 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT. Okay, because we do have the case that students that joined EDUBIT submit to 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT. So because the color of the board is the same. Okay, so get familiarized yourself with the expansion board, the two different kit, EDUBIT and 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT. For 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT, is a car that can move. For EDUBIT, you need to build a project. Okay, as I mentioned just now, the EDUBIT and 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT using the same language programming, which is block-based make code editor. Okay, and first step, get a 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT to join the 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT certification program. There will be a question: if my school got one 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT, how many students can join one? Okay, you cannot have one 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT, two students, because each certification is one student, one robot. Okay, if you only have one, join again next year. Okay, or you're still in time to purchase another kit. All right, second one, similar as with EDUBIT, follow the guides of each chapter, complete all of the chapter, understand it, take all of the attempts, and you definitely will receive a certificate when you join in the attempt as well. And similar with the EDUBIT as well, we have the ebook. You don't understand the English, we do have the Malay version and the Chinese version. And for the questions during the certification program on the language, for now it will be on English, but if we manage to work on for the bilingual Malay and English, we'll let you know. We definitely will work on that. And for 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT, the same, two things will be evaluated: online theory test and practical coding tasks. Practical coding tasks will be on live. Okay, for practical coding tasks, you need to submit two things. One is a video on how your robot conduct or doing the task. Second is your code from make code editor. You need to publish your link and paste into the Google form that will be shared on you during the certification day. Okay, and I'm showing you the example of the practical coding task. The blocks will be ready for you. The task is very simple, but there are two tasks. First one will be easy. Second one will have a bit of, I won't say difficult, but maybe level 1, level 2. Yeah. So let's look at the task A, for example. Okay. Task A is 5 points, which is 5 marks. Okay. On start, turn on the headlights. Okay. Save in your mind. Second, scroll zoom across the display, 2 points. So total 5 points. Correct. So we already ready the blocks for you. You just need to put on the other blocks that's from the drawer here. Okay, don't look at the other side, just look at the on start. This on start is already 5 points for you. It's as simple as that. Okay, that's the example. And then similar as EDUBIT, the requirement to pass is 60% and above. And if you don't pass, don't worry, you still can join next year. Each year we have 2 sessions. Okay, and where to sign up, where to register: 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT resource, 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT hub citron.io/certification. Okay, or we can share the link with you after this. And with similar with EDUBIT, we do have 𝐿𝐴𝐵IT support group that is prepared, ready for you. For example, your ultrasonic sensor doesn't work, maybe everyone in the group, there is an engineer that can help you to figure out what's wrong with your robot. Other than that, if you want to do a revision throughout the chapters, we also can help you out at the support group. Okay. Okay, next is 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿. I will pass to Mima, and if we have more time, then I will share you on the resource hub for the 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵 and 𝐿𝐵. Okay, I'll invite Mima up.
Okay, thank you, Anna. Okay, so next, we're just going to continue with the third and the last courses for today. So the next one we'll be introducing is for 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿, the certifications program. Okay, so similar-ish, macam what Anna has been explaining for the 𝐿𝐵 and also 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿 lah. So 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿 is similar to 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿. It's an innovation kit that we have produced, but it's using Raspberry Pi PICO. If like macam tadi Anna mentioned, mostly using microbit, both 𝐿𝐵 dengan 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵, so it's using a block-based coding instead. So under Raspberry Pi PICO, it's the text-based, so you're using Python with the PiPicoW here. Okay, so if you're interested to join the 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿 certification program, so first thing yang paling penting adalah untuk dapatkan 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿. So all of this can be browsed through our website, 𝐐itron.io. So later on, if you need the link, if you need any of the resources and everything, you can reach out to us. So first thing adalah untuk dapatkan 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿. And then second things, once you have the project, so between now sampai ke theory test day, which is about another month, okay? So you have to build your project. So before doing all those things, sebelum hasilkan you punya project, you might want to go through all the chapter first. So in 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿, we have about 8 chapters. 8 chapters, the last chapter is the bonus, including IoT project. So you can go through, browse in. Chapter 1 mostly is about overview on how to begin doing some Python coding. So you can walk through all of this chapter first, and then you can begin to do your innovation project. And then other than the chapters, we also have quizzes for you to actually test, check lah betul-betul faham ke tak all those chapter. We have 8 quizzes for all of this chapter, and then this is available dalam resource hub juga. Okay, so this one I will share the link later. So be in mind that some of the form dalam resource hub, there are quizzes, there are trial tests, and then the link for the actual test are all different links. Okay, so if you want, quizzes are available under the bottom page of each chapter inside the resource hub. Okay, and then if you have done your chapters, you have done your quizzes, then you wanted to try, or I wonder how the test would look like. So you can go to our resource hub, and then there's a part here called trial test. It's a similar macam mock-up past year questions macam tu lah. You can try out before heading to the actual theory test in September. Okay, so the trial test is consists of a few questions, similar questions that we will be asking during the actual theory test. Okay, and then similar to the other 2 certification courses. So basically 2 things that we need for 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿 is for you to build and share your own project. So Anna dah share tadi kan, the keyword here is to share your own project. So make sure you don't, if you are joining together with your friends, your classmate, make sure you have your own project to be submitted for this. Okay, and then second one is for you to pass the online theory test. Okay, and then during the project, for the innovations project, there are 3 things that require: poster, demo video, and also the project code with comment. So demo video is usually some like how you do your presentation live tapi in a recorded version. Okay, and then the A4 size poster is mainly to explain about your project, what components apa yang ada dalam tu, how the project works and everything, and then the project code together with the comment line. Okay, so this is a sample. If you would like to see an actual project, you can browse through our resource hub. We will be updating some of the sample project from our students who have been doing innovation project dengan 𝐿𝐴𝐷𝐵𝐿. Okay, so 3 things: poster, video demonstrations, and also your project code. Okay, then requirement to pass, similar I think for all of the courses. For you to pass is at least 60% lah. Okay, untuk dapatkan all of these 3 merit here. Okay, sama ada pass, merit ataupun distinction. Okay, And then if you like to register, siapa yang dah register, okay, you can go ahead and be prepared for the theory test. Yang belum register, baru first time nak dengar what is it about and everything, you can head to our resource hub and under certification part to get more information about the certifications program lah. Link nak submit, link to do the test and everything. Okay, and then lastly, if you have any other questions, okay, you can visit us through Telegram. This one kalau you tak ada soalan untuk technical support ke anything regarding the certifications or even EDU-PICO, okay, you can browse through our Telegram under the topic EDU-PICO. So it's a multiple channel and then you can ask the questions there. So this is the link for you to join our Telegram group. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go around to show just a bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around to show the EDU-PICO. Later on, we'll browse through most of the 𝐿ZoomBit and also EDU-PIT lah. So this is our resource hub. Currently, I'm on chapter 1. So in case you're first time using EDU-PICO, baru first time nak pakai, baru first time nak guna, baru first time nak belajar. So basically, we have laid back the whole thing. So kalau you buy the set, you can get a physical book, okay? So the resource hub is mainly to display whatever yang ada dalam buku tu dalam bentuk digital. So everything, if you cannot get the book ke, you need easier ways to copy and everything, so you can just browse to our resource hub here. So we teach everything, macam mana nak pasang, macam mana nak download, macam mana nak mula with Tony IDE. Okay, so you have any questions, you can browse through here first. Tapi kalau still tak faham, and then you can find us through the Telegram channel. Okay, and then like I mentioned just now, if you browse through, dekat atas ni ada bahagian certifications. So this is where you can get more information about the EDU-PICO certification program, including the test punya link and then the registration for session 1 and session 2. Okay, so this will be updated annually for every year punya session. And then if you have any other questions, these are some of the frequently asked questions under the certification program here. Okay, when you click the registration, there's another form, and then for the trial test also, it's a different form for you to try out. Okay, I think from my side, that will be it. And
I think I'll share my screen to show the project that I just added. Right. Okay, you can see there's a project title here. And for the session 1, okay. For session 1, we have 77 candidates, by the way. And we selected some of the projects that are interesting. One of it is Auto Barrier Gate by our cute student here, candidates Reynolds. Second one is Kipas Pintar, and then EduBit Smart Bin, and also Classroom Sound Monitor. So if you scroll through this resource hub, you can see a lot of types of projects, not just the one that I just mentioned just now. And scroll to all the way down, there's a lot more projects that's actually done by university student as well. Like this one, Mark Counter, is actually done by IPG Can student, IPG Can in Sabah. Okay, so this certification program not limited to only primary and secondary students. It's open to everyone. And by the way, if we haven't mentioned, the certification program is actually a joint initiative between Citron and also Asia Pacific University, which is APU, and also MDEC. Okay, so the certificates definitely got value. And session 1 has passed. Session 2, please mark up in your date. Today is the briefing. Next month will be the certification program. And in between, 2 weeks before and 1 week before, myself and Mima will send out the info page on what is the necessary items or data that we will collect, so that the teachers trainers can prepare them ahead so that they will fill in the correct emails, because the result, the certificate, we will send out to the students. So for the columns that ask for students' email, please fill in for the students' email. For the teachers one, trainer, fill in the teachers one. So it's easy for us to navigate when we send out the info page to make sure everyone get what they need to get. Okay. Similar with the EduBit just now, FAQ, EduPico, sorry. FAQ are all here. And then for, hold on, give me a second. For Zoombit Resource Hub, similar. Yep. So the page that hold on now. Okay. The page that I share from is actually a resource hub. Okay. So actually everything you can get from resource hub, including the support group that you need to join. I will encourage you to join. Okay. And if you need to purchase the item, you can scroll through all the way down to get Zoombit. The same with EduBit, the same as EduPico as well. And there will be questions about how long does the result or evaluation take for the result to be shared out. It's depending on the number of candidates. Okay, for session 1 we have 100 plus for Zoombit, and it takes time to look through one by one. Okay, I think if there is, that's all from me. Is there any questions that you would like to ask that we can answer? Yeah, looking through the comments, I don't see any questions. Is there any questions? We'll open the floor for anyone that have questions that can ask. Or is there anything that Mima you want to share for EduPico?
I'm waiting for the questions too.
Right. I think we'll open the floor for 3 minutes. We have 27 eyes that's looking at us. And I hope there will be one question at least. Waiting. Hi, Santa Putaran. Okay. So this video is recorded, and let's say you want to rewatch or you want to share to your friends that missed out or they have other things going on today, or you want to share to your teachers because you're interested. It's available on YouTube. The same link, it will be available in our support group in Facebook as well. You can search in YouTube. The name is exactly as you see right now: EduBit Zoombit EduPico Certification Program Briefing for session 2. Okay, it's available. And if you have any questions, support group got Facebook, you can DM. And for EduPico, it's a new course, but it's very interesting. For now we already have a few of registered candidates, and we hope everyone will turn out, because we are very excited to see the project that everyone will come up with. Okay, we have one questions. For Zoombit, what project do we have to submit? Okay, for Zoombit, there's no project to submit. There's a practical coding task. Okay, give me a minute. Let me share back the slides. All right. Give me a minute. Okay. All right. So for Zoombit, there are two things. Wait, okay, it's all right. Okay, let me just share like this. Arrow, sorry. Okay, there will be two things will be assessed. Practical coding tasks. There will be no project to be submitted for Zoombit. It will be practical coding tasks. Example of practical coding tasks will be like this. Okay, let me try to wait. Hold on. Okay, here's the sample of the practical coding task. So what you will need to do during the day, you will receive one Google Form link. So in the Google Form link for the first page, you need to fill in your data, your name, and so on. And the second page will be the theory test, multiple choice questions. Okay, so there will be ABC, you need to answer. There'll be a few questions, and then the next page is the practical coding task. There'll be two practical coding tasks. First one, the example is like this. Second one is definitely not as easy as this one. There will be some level of difficulty, maybe 20% or 10%. So what you need to do is you do the coding inside the Make Code editor, and then you transfer the coding inside your Zoombit, and then you need to record your Zoombit doing the tasks of the coding you have insert in your Zoombit. Okay, after you record, it's either you upload it in YouTube or you upload in the Google Drive, get the link and share it in the Google form that you are filling in at that moment. Okay, is that clear? I hope that's clear. If not clear, you can try answer the trial test. That will give you, I hope it's a full glimpse of the format during the day. It's not the full questions of the theory, but it definitely help you to understand the format during the day. Okay? Is there anything else? Okay. For the questions for the session 1 candidates that fail or didn't pass, I wouldn't say fail, just didn't pass, you can retake. The questions won't be the same. No problem to retake, and it's 100% free. No fee at all. The only thing that you need to invest on is to get the kit. Okay? If your school already have the kit, then use school's one. I believe most of the school already have, especially for EduBit and Zoombit. For EduPico, fine. Okay? Is that all? Is there any question? Anything else that we can answer before we take off? Okay. I think I mentioned just now, but just to be clear, one candidate, one kit. It cannot be one student, two student, one kit. It won't work, especially for Zoombit, because if you have one Zoombit, two students, they need to submit the practical coding task on the spot within that 3-hour session. Okay, even for the project, for EduPico and also EduBit, they need to record the project and take a picture. So if sharing kit, I won't recommend. Okay, one student, one candidate, one kit. And I will repeat again, it's open for everyone, open for teachers, open for parents, open for everyone that interested to take part. Is there any questions? I think we'll wait until 3:40. If there's nothing else, then we will take off. And if you have any questions, you can ask in the support group. Nima, myself will be inside there. Is there any questions?
I think they're all ready
Already,
to ask for the
Saya tak ready lagi. Question belum siap. Okay. If there is nothing else, then we will end the session here. Please join the support group and stay tuned in our social media platform. If you have any question, feel free to ask. We'll be available. Okay, I think that's all from me. Mima, do you have anything you want to say to the candidates?
No. If you have any other questions, if you cannot find us, nak tahu EduBit tak tahu nak pergi mana, Zoombit tak tahu nak pergi mana, you can reach out to our Citron customer support, or if you have been to our sales teams also, you can reach out to them and then you can ask them to bring you to the existing support group on the Telegram. Okay, so there's always ways to find us. Kalau you miss out the link, you miss out the group and everything, you can always find us through our website and then get the link through our team. Okay, if kalau tak ada, I think that's all from me too. Thank you everyone for joining the notifications briefing today. Do wait for the emails that will be shared, I think about a few weeks, like 2 weeks before the actual theory test. We'll be sending the link. Tapi remember, the link will be open until the day itself. Okay, so I think that's all from me. That's all from Anna juga. Okay, thank you everyone for joining. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.